What if Deku had the power to create quirks? Now, Deku in this one is going to be born with a quirk. It's just, it's just that the doctors won't be able to you know, find out what his quirk is until later. So, with that being said, let's get right into the video. Now, we're starting off at basically at the age of 4 when Deku goes to the quirk doctor to see what his quirk is. Now, the doctor says, your son does have a quirk, Inko, but we just can't find out what it is. We do multiple tests, but we can't find out what it is. He said, but it should be developing probably soon. Now, with that being said, Deku is excited knowing he's going to have a quirk, and he's hoping it's going to be like his mom's. Like 1 week later, he says, "Mom, I want a quirk just like yours," as he tries to basically like pretending to like lift something up. He actually lifts something up. Inko, seeing this, kind of get happy, seeing as her son has a quirk like hers, and Deku starts to jump around saying, "Mommy, mommy, mommy, look, I have a quirk, I have a quirk," and then. And then he just starts lifting up then he starts lifting up the couch, the TV, the fridge, just everything he starts to lift up around Deku. And then that's when Inko says, "Okay, okay, Deku. I mean, okay, Bandori. Okay, Izuku, can you stop, please?" As she's kind of getting worried he might break something. As he stops, he accidentally breaks the TV, and stuff comes flying out of the refrigerator. The house is messed up. Inko's like, "Phew, if he would have broken a wall or something." Even though he did basically break the TV. Now, basically the next day, Inko takes him to the quirk doctor, and that's when he starts to use his quirk, lifting up the doctor, his mom, basically lifting up everything in the room. Now, that's when the doctor says, "Okay, okay, Inko, it seems your son would have the exact same quirk as you, but as you can see, 10 times stronger. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was able to lift up the tallest building in the city." Inko hears this and is like very, very, very happy as she sees her son has a quirk just like hers, but a lot more stronger. Now, next day, Deku goes to school to show off his quirk, basically lifting up all the kids in the classroom, and then that's when Bakugo says, "Cool, Midori, your quirk is pretty cool, but it's not as cool as mine." An explosion starts to come out of Bakugo's hand. Seeing this, says, "Well, Kanchan, your quirk is really cool. I wish I had a quirk just like yours." And then all of a sudden, sparks starts to fly out of Deku's hands. Instead of it being an orange yellowish color, it's a bluish purplish color as it starts to explode. As his hand starts to basically explode, starts to come out of his hands. Everybody is surprised by this. Bakugo gets a little bit angry, but he's like, "Huh? You have two quirks?" And then that's when Deku goes home to show his mommy, his mom, say, "Mommy, mommy, look, I have a quirk just like Bakugo's, but it looks way more cooler." Inko sees this and is very confused, so she takes him to the quirk doctor again. And then that's when the doctor starts to do a bit more a test on Deku. The results come in a week later saying your son has a quirk known as quirk creation. He can create quirks, give them away, or take quirks away. Now, basically, what I'm trying to say is your son can be used to create multiple quirks. Like, if he so much as even think about a quirk, he don't have to see other quirks just to create one. He could instantly create a quirk basically using his mind. Your son is basically, his quirk is basically the strongest we've ever seen so far. And it's probably stronger than All Might's. Hearing this got Deku excited, saying, "I'm going to become just like All Might, even better than All Might. I'm going to become the best number one hero that ever was." And the doctor says, "Well, kid, you probably can." Deku hears this and gets even more excited, just waiting until he grows up. Now he goes to school the next day to tell everybody about his quirk, and they're all like, "Wow, wow, 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 Izuku, your quirk is so cool and awesome. It's 100 times better than Bakugo's." Bakugo hears this and says, "What? His quirk is nowhere near as good as mine." As in one of the kids says, "What do you mean nowhere near as good? He can create quirks and give them away." Bakugo says, "Yeah, well, bet his explosions aren't as good as mine." As Bakugo goes to try to basically attack Midoriya, as Midoriya uses explosion 10 times more powerful, knocking him back. And then everybody's like, "Whoa, Deku just beat Kanchan." As everybody starts to call Deku the strongest in the school. Now, in this, Bakugo learns to respect Deku, even considering him as a rival, as a friend. Bakugo learns to respect Deku and consider him as a good adversary and as a rival. Now, those two go closest friends growing up, and then that's when Bakugo asks Deku for a favor. Well, Deku, can you? And Deku goes to say, "Yeah. Can you give me a better explosion quirk?" And then Deku looks at Bakugo for like 5 seconds and says, "Sure, why not?" As Deku puts his thumb on Bakugo's forehead, saying, "There you go." As Deku gives the explosion he had, which was like the bluish purplish explosions. As Bakugo starts to use it, saying, "Whoa," and the first time he used it, he says, "Ah," as he accidentally hurts his hand. And Deku saying, "Bakugo, before you use that explosion, I suggest you start to." I forgot to mention this point. They're 12. Yeah, they're 12 at this point. And Deku. Now back to what I was saying before. Deku says, before you can use that quirk, you might want to work on your on your quirk first, making it stronger, so that way you'll be able to handle the more intensity of the other quirk. Now Bakugo says, "Yeah, okay." As then from there on straight, 3 years later, Bakugo explosions are 10 times more powerful, as he's able to use his the blue explosions, to up to 3 times a day. After that, his hand starts to hurt. So yeah. So basically, they're getting ready for the U.S. entrance exam. The teacher goes on to say, "Well, I know what you guys want to do I know what you guys want to do in your life. Become heroes." Everybody starts to show off that quirk, and then that's when Bakugo. Actually, I'm not finna make Bakugo like a cocky bastard. Like, he's finna still be like a cocky and mean towards some people, but not everybody. Like, he won't be as mean as he is in canon. And then that's when but Bakugo does say this, however. Bakugo goes to say, "Well, Teach, I guarantee you the only people that can probably make it as a hero is me and Deku." And everybody hearing this is like, "Oh yeah? Well, everybody gets mad at this comment and starts to curse Bakugo out. And then that's when he see, "Oh, Bakugo and Izuku, it seems you two are trying out for UA." As everybody hears this, they're like, "Oh yeah, I know for a fact Midoriya can make it, and Bakugo could probably make it too," one of the kids says. He basically Bakugo says, "Yeah, me and Midoriya are gonna become the number one heroes. I mean, number one and number one heroes, the top heroes ever." As Bakugo goes to shoot out one of his blue explosions, showing off, showing showing how powerful his quirk is. And basically, with that being said, Bakugo's like, "Hey, the school day ends," and then Bakugo's like, hey Midoriya, how about how about me and you go hit the gym?" Um, and as Izuku said, "Oh, I'm sorry, not today, not today, Kanchan. I gotta go help my mom with something." And Bakugo says, "All right, see you tomorrow then." And basically, Deku goes home, but to get there to help his mom faster, because it's at this point Deku is gonna have a little brother. Deku's about to have a little brother as we're gonna have to find out a name for the new little brother. Basically, Deku gets home faster to help his mom out as he takes the tunnel. Now seeing this, now he goes, now he goes to that tunnel, right? As the sludge villain says, as Deku turns around to see the sludge villain saying, "Hey kid, you look like a nice vessel. I'm gonna take your body now." As he basically goes to attack Deku, but instantly Deku uses his quirk to take away the villain's quirk. And then that's when the villain will reverse back into his normal form. He basically says, "Oh crap! What did you do to me, kid? What did you do?" As All Might pops out saying, "No need to fear, I am here." As 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 he sees no sign of the sludge villain, that's when he says, "Hey kid, and old man, have you seen a sludge villain?" And then that's when Deku goes to point at the old man. And then, "You're the sludge villain, but why did you turn back into normal?" He says, "I didn't. This kid did something weird." And then he goes on to ask Midoriya, "What did you do?" Midoriya goes on to explain to All Might about his quirk, how he can create quirks, give them away, or take them away. Midoriya, as All Might says, "Wow, kid, that's extremely powerful quirk. Even more powerful than mine. I take it." Deku hears this as he hears All Might praise his quirk. He starts to fanboy out, asking for an autograph, and basically getting all excited and fanboyish. Now, with that being said, All Might arrests the man and takes him into the police station. As All Might says, that kid, he seems like he's going to be a fine hero one day." As Deku goes home to see his mom on the floor, basically trying to hold in because her water is about to break. Instantly he starts to think fast, saying, as he gets an idea, as he creates a portal cloak, taking him to the hospital. Now Deku gets to the hospital. Everybody's like, "Son, where'd you come from? Where'd you come from?" As they see it, and they just ignore it. They just said not. Deku says, "Don't worry about that. Get my mom the ER stat." As they instantly pick up Inko and take her to like the ER. Now Inko gives birth to Izuku's brother, who I am going to name actually no, it's going to be a girl. And his little sister name is going to be Izumi. Izuo. Izumi? Yeah, Izumi. Izumi Midoriya. Now, his sister looks exactly like him as he was as a baby, but a little bit, he looks exactly as her as a baby, but his sister, I'm sorry guys, his sister looks exactly as him as a baby, but a girl. Deku is so happy that he has a little sister, and he says, "No matter what, I will protect this little girl. I will protect my sister with my life." As he gets an idea, basically giving his sister a quirk, and basically whenever she's in danger, a shield will start to form around her, pushing people who try to hurt her back. This shield will be unbreakable, and basically, if the person who tries to attack her comes at her with bad intentions, they will get pushed back further than any other normal people will, basically knocking them way back. With that being said, Inko asks, "Midoriya, what did you just do to my daughter?" And he says, "Oh, I just gave her a little quirk that will protect her from all danger, seeing how I will never let anybody hurt my sister." Inko gets happy hearing this, saying, "Thank you, Izuku." As he says, "Well, mom, um, I'm supposed to go get ready for the entrance exam." Inko says, "All right, but honey, go on now." basically, and now Izuku for the next 10 months starts to train harder than he ever has just to get in. Now, as of this month, actually during the 10 months, Izumi was basically she basically had Inko quirk, but actually 10 times stronger than Inko's quirk. Now she accidentally left the house one day, only at 10 months old. Now she doesn't have the creation quirk like Deku. She just has a very, very, very basically pyrokinetic. I mean what you would call it? Uh, um I forgot what you call the quirk that she has, but telekinesis. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Basically, very, very powerful telekinesis quirk, allowing her to lift up houses, buildings, 10 times. She could basically lift up an entire city if she really tried, and she's only 10 months old. And and basically, whenever Izumi got mad, the earth would start to shake. Like I'm talking about Japan would start to shake whenever Izumi got mad. It got so bad as they had to put a bracelet on Izumi controlling her powers. Now back to Deku's. Back to Deku. Deku's getting ready for the entrance exam. He says, quirks that would be useful to me. Quirks that would be useful to me. As he starts to think, aha. Now Deku in this point creates two quirks, a flying quirk and a speed quirk. The speed quirk would be able to make him faster on land and while in the air. Now, as the written exam, Deku easily does this without a problem, without any issues at all, because Deku is very intelligent and very, very, very intelligent. So that's when the entrance exam comes along. Bakugo and Deku fist bump saying good luck to each other as they both wish each other good luck. Now, it's at this point, the entrance exam is about to start. Deku gets ready, and when President Mike says go, real heroes will start off for the battle. As Deku blinks off within the blink of an eye, everybody just sees the kid just vanish all of a sudden. They think he has a teleportation quirk until basically these like giant light scythe starts to slash through the robots. It's like a light scythe, like light swords, like light made weapons starts to go ahead and like starts to slash through all of the robots, basically racking up Deku around 657 points. Now, that's when he starts to feel the ground shake, and he see the 0 pointer. He's like, oh, well, since it really doesn't benefit me, I guess I can leave it alone. As he walks away, and then he's a scream, instantly turning around to see, I don't know, but I think I might make Todoroki a girl in this one. I know you guys might get mad at me, but I've been thinking about it, and this is just gonna be for this one. Todoroki will be a girl, as I read a comic the other day and I really liked it. So, Todoroki will be a girl in this one, and yeah. Except for the girl that's about to get stuck by a robot, this is not Todoroki. This would be Araka. Todoroki comes on later into the story, as her father is basically Endeavor. So back to Araka again, back to get stats on. Deku instantly picks up the robot using his telekinesis, crushing it, turning it into like a little small compressed ball, flinging it into space's orbit. Everyone sees this as like, some kids just quit instantly, and as the others are just like shocked in disbelief. The teachers are like, in like a cold sweat, saying, one of the teachers go up and say, "This kid, is he even human?" So then that's when Deku waits for a week to get the entrance exam. And during this week, back to Izumi's point of view, Izumi starts to like basically learn to fly, and basically starts to fly around, picking up stuff using her mind at only basically a couple of months old. She's unaware she's doing this because she's still so young. Izumi basically is like, at this point, the quirk is stronger than All Might's even. Like, I guarantee you, Izumi's quirk is very, very powerful enough to, basically, if she was outside of the planet, she could make the planet, she could basically move the planet only using her mind. As Izuku is getting pissed off that he still loves Izumi, but he's just getting pissed off that thing just starts to float whenever she cries during the middle of the night. His bed starts to float, and he can't get any sleep when she starts to cry, as she cries very loud, basically making like the like the neighbor's trash and all the neighbor stuff flow, basically making all the neighbor stuff flow up. The neighbor at this point gets very irritated about this because they can't ever get a good night's sleep because of Izumi. So then that's when Deku compresses her powers because the brace wasn't really doing nothing. It was, if anything, it was just holding back a measly like 2% of her power. It wasn't really doing anything. So then that's when Deku compresses her powers, locking it until she's get, but not locking it, but like taking away half of it. Just as he's gonna give it back when she's old enough to learn how to control the other half of her power when she grows older. As Iko says, "Thank you, Midoriya. Thank you." And he says, "No problems, Mom. But if her quirk still does this, he just says, as he says to his mom, this doesn't mean anything. If Izumi quirk is as strong as I think it is, her quirk could, if I didn't have to, if I wouldn't have taken it away earlier, she would have ended up basically destroying probably the city." Inko hears this and is in a cold sweat, saying, "You better be lucky. You took it away. You took half of it when you did." Now, with that being said, basically the week is over as Deku gets the letter accepting him into UA. Now, Deku says, "Ha, knew it," as he gets into UA. 2 weeks later, Deku gets ready for going to school. He flies off to school. As he walks to the class, everybody's it's noisy in the classroom. Everybody's yelling at each other and basically cursing out everybody. Basically, like, not everybody cursing out everybody. What I meant to say was, Ida is cursing out Bakugo for putting his feet on the table. He's like, "Were you born with a stick up your ass, or basically, you know how he goes to say in the original anime, was you born with a stick up your ass, or what?" Ida gets offended by this, saying, "What, you barbarian? How did you even get in this school? You're acting like a thug." As Bakugo ignores him and sees Deku, he say, "Oh, Midoriya, what's up?" And Midoriya says, "Oh, what's up, Bakugo?" He's as Bakugo says, "How's your little sister?" He says, "Oh, I had to take away half of her power this morning. I had to take away half of her power just the other week." Bakugo said, going to say, "Really? It was getting that bad?" And as Deku says, "You have no idea." As that's when Izawa wakes up saying, "Everybody shut up and sit down." Everybody's like, "Who is this?" He's like, he goes on to say, "I'm your teacher. Now shut up and sit down and go to the gym, put on your gym clothes, and meet me outside. I'm getting too old for this." Everybody does what he says. That's what Rocky goes on to say. "What about the assembly, sir?" He's going to say, "This school doesn't have any traditions. I do what I do what I please in my class. Now go to the locker rooms." Everybody goes to the locker rooms, get dressed, and then heads out. He says, he says, he goes in to throw the ball to Deku, saying, "Here, throw the ball your hardest and don't hold anything." At first he asks, "No, first throw the ball and don't hold anything back." And then he asks, "Before you do, Izuku, what was the highest score you got in middle school?" Izuku says, 153. As he shocks everybody, even his teacher, even the teacher. He says, "Oh, really? Were you using your quirk?" No. As this puts Izawa in kind of a close hood, saying, "Now I remember this kid. This kid's from the entrance exam. Huh? They say he might just be stronger than All Might. Well, let's test that theory." As says, now he says, "Throw the ball, Midoriya." Midoriya uses 3 enhancement quirk and two fire quirks as he throws the ball, gaining he breaks the machine, saying error, error, infinity, past infinity, error, 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 as he shuts down the machine. Everybody sees is like, how can we compete with that? How can we compete with that? And basically, everybody start. Some of them even consider quitting, mainly being Moneta. Did I forget to mention if and the boys go on to say, "Oh, well, this if we could use a quirk, this is gonna be fun and easy." Izawa hears this and says, "Oh yeah, fun and easy. Well, since you think this is gonna be fun and easy, the last one, the last whoever comes in last gets kicked out." Everyone hears this and says, "What? That's unfair. You shouldn't be able to do that." He says, "Oh yeah, power hungry villains, natural disasters. Those are unfair. But do you see heroes complaining? No, it's their job. Everything isn't fair." Some of them gets angry at him, and they start to curse him. They start to curse him out in their minds. They're like, because they're too afraid to say it out loud. So then, as Deku gets first place in all of Bakugo gets first place in all of them except for the speed test, and the side to side lunges. As and the ball throwing, yeah, and the ball throwing, because you can't really beat Infinity, as Araki got Infinity right behind Deku. And basically, the day is over with. Bakugo is like, "Hey, yo, Deku, you trying to hit up the mall? You trying to go to the gym today?" I mean, no, not the gym, but you trying to hit up the mall or something today? Izuku said, "Yeah, let's go." As Uraraka and Ida runs up behind them, saying, "Wait for us. Can we come with you guys? Can we come with you guys?" Um, um, Bakugo says, "Sure, the girl could come, but not you." Four Eyes. He gets offended by this, and right as he's about to say something, Deku says, "Bakugo, stop being like that. You can come with us, Ida." And basically, they all go to the mall discussing their quirks and how it works. But Deku goes on to say how he can create quirks, give quirks, and take away quirks. Everybody is, Ida and Uraraka is shocked by this, saying, "Wow, your quirk is pretty powerful." Quirk is pretty powerful, Izuku. Izuku goes on to say, "Yeah." And he also says, "You think my quirk is powerful? My little sister quirk is as powerful as mine. She can't create, take away, or give quirks, but she has a strong telekinesis quirk. Basically, she's only 10 months old, and I guarantee you she could basically move an entire city." Everybody hears this is like, "Your little sister's only how many months old?" He goes and say, his little sister's only a year old. His little sister's only a year old. He goes and say, "She's only a year old." Everybody is shocked by this. Like, what? Your sister's only 1 year old? They're going to say, "Yeah, pretty powerful for a baby. My quirk didn't even develop until I was 4." As basically, they want to meet Deku's little sister now to see, and then Deku goes on to tell him more about his little sister. As he goes and say, I had to take away half of her power because, until she can control the other half, and then that's when he'll give her the other half of her power back." As everybody, as they're shocked, saying, "You really can take away quirks, can't you?" Deku goes on to say, "Yeah." And then there's basically they all say goodbye. Bakugo and Deku go home, and Ida and Uraku go home, and they basically all go home. Now the next day it's another day at school. It's another day at school, and Zawa says, "Well, everybody, good morning. Today we're going on a little field trip." As he says, "Today we're going on a little field trip. We're going to the USJ." Everybody gets excited as everybody gets on the bus, and they talk more about their quirks. Deku goes on to say, "I can create." Deku goes on to everybody talks about the quirks until they get to Deku. They actually not everybody wants to hear what Deku quirks is. As Deku goes on to say, "I can create quirks, take away quirks, and give quirks." Basically, my quirk is called Quirk Master. Basically, I'm the master of all quirks. Everybody hears this and is impressed by Deku's quirk. I renamed Deku's quirk as to Quirk Master, or Master of Quirks. And basically, the next day they get to USJ as Deku instantly senses something. He goes on to say, "Aizawa, I sense something coming." Aizawa looks at Deku confused, and then he starts to see portals coming around everywhere. Villains upon villains starts to come out. He's always like, 13, protect the kids. As soon as he said this, Izuku goes on to basically tries to fly up in the air, and then when instant, she puts a force field around Aizawa 13 and the rest of his class. At an instant, he freezes the entire state. He freezes the entire USJ, freezes it. Like ice is everywhere. As Todoroki sees this and is like, "What? His ice quirk is that strong? I wonder I can, if mine can get that strong." As he starts to clench his fist, gritting his teeth. Everybody sees is just like, "Wow, that was so powerful. How can anybody even be this powerful?" As everybody is stuck in ice except for the Nomu, as it cracks out of ice, breaking Shigaraki and the portal villain out of the ice. Shigaraki goes on to say, "What? Our man defeated that easily? Nomu, kill him." As Deku goes on to fight him, goes on to go toe to toe with the Nomu. As Shigaraki says, "How is that possible? It was created just to kill All Might." As Deku hears these words saying, "It was created," which means it's not human, which means I can stop holding myself back. And then Deku instantly creates a light-made weapon with like a light-made axe as he just cuts No's head clean off. He sees it starting to regenerate as Deku steps on the brain. Shigaraki's like, "What? How could you defeat the Nomu? This isn't fair. You cheated, you cheated, you cheated." Shigaraki goes into attack Deku only to have a portal put in front of him as the portal villain takes him back to the villain's hideout. Shigaraki, as they're back at the villain's hideout, Shigaraki gets angry and starts to choke the portal villain, saying, "Why didn't you let me kill him? Why didn't you let me finish him off?" As the portal villain says, "Are you stupid? Think rational. If you would have even tried him, he would have instantly got caught and arrested, and then who would succeed all for one." Shigaraki calms down after hearing this, saying, "Yeah, you're right. I can't wait to tell the boss about this." And then instantly, back to Deku's point of view. Deku Deku basically is like Deku freezes all of the villains, putting them in like little force fields, basically. So they all try to break out of it, but to their avail, it does not work. No matter what they try, no matter how hard they hit, they cannot get out of the force field. as he takes off the force shell around his classmate in 13. All Might never came because Eden never went to go get them. He was never you know, called or anything. Izawa is like shocked to see how a kid have this much power. Hell, we might as well give him a hero's license now. As all the kids start to surround Deku saying, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! What quirk? How can you be that strong, Izuku? You're basically like a god." As Deku goes in and say, "I'm not a god. I'm just very, very powerful." Now, the next day, Deku wakes up to find his bed floating again. To find him in his bed floating. He says, "God damn it! I thought I still away half her power." As her sister slowly starts, the more she grows, the more her power increases. Basically, the more her power increases. Now, Izumi is 1 year old and 2 months. 1 year and 2 months old, as her power is now back up to 67%. As Deku takes away the extra percentage that was gained as she grew up, he says, "Damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh my god. This is going to get very, very irritating." As Deku goes on to basically wake up his mom, saying, Mom, wake up." As he goes on to explain about Azumi's quirk and how he's going to have to keep on taking percentages of her quirk every month if this keeps up at this point. And then that's when Deku goes down to a support company, asking them to make. He takes off Izumi's bracelet, taking it to the support company, asking them to make it 10 times stronger. As they were like, what didn't it work the last time? He's like, "I'm not even close. The best it did was basically hold back 2% of her power. My sister is extremely powerful. You guys gotta know this." As they instantly starts to work on an even basically more intense version of the bracelet, holding back her power. Now, with that being said, it is a couple of days later. School goes by as normal until basically it's time for All Might's class. All Might says, "I'm running to the door like a normal person." As All Might goes in and say, "Well, class, today we're going to be doing heroes versus villains." Yes, heroes versus villains. Now, two of you will become heroes and two of you will become villains. Miss Todoroki, Miss Shoto, and Izuku, Mrs. Young Todoroki and young Midoriya, you two will be working together. And Bakugo and Ida, you two will be working together. Bakugo goes on to say, "Yeah, all right, All Might." As he really doesn't want to work with Ida all that much, seeing as he doesn't hate Ida that much now that he got to know him a little bit better. But he still get pisses off by Ida very easily. Now, Todoroki goes on to say, "Well, I really don't need your help. So please don't even try to help me. I can handle this by myself. You're going to just get in my way." Izuku says, "Oh, well, little missy, you sure are cocky." Todoroki would go on to get mad at him for saying this. She grabs him by the collar and says, "Who are you calling little missy? I'll destroy you if you say it again." Deku says, all right, I'll back off. Feisty one, aren't we? He thinks in his head. As Izuku sits back and lets Todoroki handle it. Now, Todoroki and Izuku gets up to the 5th floor as she goes up to try to get the bomb, as Bakugo goes on to stop her. As Bakugo says, "Well, not so fast, hot and half and half." as he starts to let off some of his explosions. Huh, huh, huh. Explosion after explosions. Oh, by the way, guys, Bakugo has been training intensely, so now he's able up to use eight of his blue explosions, like 8 of them a day. After that, his hands will start to hurt. As Bakugo goes on to say, not using his blue explosions, using his normal explosions. Bakugo goes on to starts to use his quirk, as Shoto's having a hard time. As Deku sees this and is like, you need help? As she says, don't even think about it. Best to go on for 10 more minutes until, I'm at 5 more minutes until Bakugo knocks her out. Deku says, hot-headed girl. But then again, I like him that way. Now, don't get mad at me if I'm doing a Todoroki girl shit with Deku. Don't get mad at me. It's my video. I do what I want. You guys can't judge me. So, Bakugo goes on to say, I know I can't beat you, Deku, but I'm at least going to try. As instantly Bakugo goes on to use his blue explosions. Everybody being shocked by this, saying, what? He was holding back against Todoroki? Huh. Bakugo goes on to use his blue explosions, sending them towards, using 3 of his blue explosions, sending them towards Deku. Deku instantly blocks his, flips behind Bakugo and chops him on the back of his neck, knocking him out cold. As he goes on to touch the bomb, Ida kicks his hand away, saying, stop right there, hero. You'll never get to the bomb. Deku starts to chuckle, saying, what are you doing? As he starts to laugh very hard, Ida is like, what? Isn't it a good villain's impression? Deku goes on to say, oh, villain impressions? Oh, in that case, stop right there, villain. You will not destroy this city. As Ida gets back into character, saying, ha, well, hero, you will not going to stop me. As Izuku holds himself back to have a little bit of fun with Ida. Until Deku says, all right, that's enough. As he flips behind Ida, chopping him on the back of his neck too. Well, actually no, he flips behind Ida just for Ida to run fast, as Deku was about to hit him on the back of his neck. But Ida got it out of the way before he could. He's saying, ha, I already seen that move, so you won't get to jump on me. As all of a sudden, he gets chopped on the back of his neck by another Izuku. He's gonna say, what? There are 2 of you? As Deku in this instant created a copy quirk. Now Deku is going to touch the bomb. He touches the bomb, basically saying, having Armor saying, ha, well, basically I'm going to say, Hero Team wins. Izuku and Todoroki, you are the winner. Todoroki, Ida, and Bakugo are still knocked out at this point. As Deku goes on to basically heal them, making them gain conscious, Todoroki said, what happened? And then that's when Deku was going to say, I told you, you can't keep on doing stuff by yourself. If you do, you might end up getting killed one of these days. You gotta learn how to trust and depend on others to help you. And your lack of that, which is what led you to being defeated by Bakugo. As Todoroki gets mad and is about to punch him, but Deku catches her fist, saying, well now, I wouldn't try that. As he whispers in her ear. Todoroki gets pissed off by this. That cocky, arrogant bastard. Gonna kill him. Well, not kill him, but I'm gonna beat him. To show him I'm stronger and superior. As she starts to train a lot more, intenser and harder. Now, with that being said, guys, goodbye. This is the end of the video. This is the longest video I have made so far, And next time, we will be doing part 2. Goodbye.